Going. Going. Hello, YouTube.
Hi.
Hello.
Evening. Hello, everyone. Happy full moon. Happy full moon. How is everyone feeling and doing? How was that week for you? I definitely feeling this potent Aries, the god of the war. There may be the frustration, pull with the ego, or you are suddenly become passionate about something. The passion reignited, and you suddenly have this all energy and aha moments to direct into where you've been thinking for, I don't know, past 6 months, since April. So as you know, everything comes in the cycles. And this full moon in Aries at 16 degrees, it will definitely going to be felt by all of us as collectively. As you know, the times in the world definitely since 2019 has been changing like never before, but now we will see even more changes coming as we're approaching eclipse season from 25th of October till the 8th of November, which is really, really powerful. So October and November, it's hold on your hats and be ready, be ready, but not to go to, we're going to be definitely around the eclipse season, so we can talk about that. But questions, do you have any planets or signs around 16 degrees in Aries, Libra, Cancer, or Capricorn? Also, do you have 16 degrees Leo or Sagittarius in your natal chart? As you can find it out, this information as on any websites like astro.com. You can cast your natal chart for free and see. So where would be that touched, like, which signs? Obviously, it's full moon, full moon, new moon. It's a cycles every 2 weeks, right? But particularly this one, it's coming the full moon combination in power struggles because of the Pluto station direct, right? And it's a big shift. It's a big, as well, a healing, transformation, revelation inside within you, right? For the past 5 months, which has been happening. So how can you see those changes? Are they was internal? So now it's about to become an external. Now you will see the fruition. If it's touching upon your sun, you'll be in your career, moon, fulfillment in your needs, like your emotional needs. Mercury is something, your mental plane, your skills, what you've been learning for the past 5 months or recently, and the projects, it's about time to launch. You've been doing, or you've been trying to plan something just to see it, and you was really internalizing that, learning, and now it's about to go for it and push it, out there. So that's it. It is what it is. Let's show it out to the world. Let me be as it is. So for not for everyone, it will be like external, but something about also your attitude, your relationship within yourself and relationship with others, like your colleagues, mother, father figures, sisters, brothers, neighbors, business relationship as such. Everyone going to feel obviously the shift, especially now. But the main thing and evolution in this full moon in Aries, it's like a tester before we're going to the next year, 2023, how we can be in balance, at peace, within the heart of the storm. How can we keep this balance and peace? How we can keep the light and love just now what is happening, and of course we're human beings, we all have the ego, and how we just, where we can see, well, what I would do, whatever is meditation, maybe I need to do 100 breaths before something. I would just go and I would say when I approach, many of you would feel like, I have enough, and I'm going to go and I'm going to say what I want to say, and I'm going to take my power back. So where do you feel your power been leaking out? Like a little bit by a little bit, and it was for so long. Where do you need to cut the cords and seal it right now? That's my question, and I would love if you keep in the comments what has been happening for the past 5 months for you. Have you been working on something? Do you feel like you are ready to give it birth and to show? And if you would like to share, I would like to, we're definitely going to keep in touch and see. And if you would like to have a book reading with us as well, keep comment.
And Lidia, with the what you say about leaking our power, could that be things like we're procrastinating, when we're very distracted, so we're letting our power go because we're not, not focused?
Is definitely, it can be anything, with the powers, it just, it can be an obsession, it can be, this is the pattern, the cycle, it can be I giving the power away, I don't know, to the chocolate. It's constantly, overpowering me. I just want to eat that, right? And I can't put it in this bag. But it's as well with the procrastination is, that there is a lot of fear right now, right? You can, feel it, and as well. And I just want you to be mindful about the fear, because many times you feel not only it's fear not coming from you, but you feel it from around, it's just right there. But with the procrastination, sure, it's right there, and why I was doing that. The question, when did that begin? Where did I start to do it? And why do I do that? Do I do that because I've been, little, and I've been taught just not with most compassionate way. I've been taught maybe I have to do it, and you did that, and then later on you grew up and you resisted, and it's just very, that inner conversation with yourself, it's the most revelations coming up. And as I said this before, the journaling, it's the best thing.
Yeah, it's interesting where you said about asking yourself why, because I both Diana and Beth actually recently gave me Akashic readings because some stuff had come up, and sometimes I think when it's too close to home, it's nice to get another perspective of it. And with Beth's one, we were talking about me and chocolate, bizarrely.
Oh.
And so that's one of the things that came up in the Akashic reading, was like asking myself, why did I want chocolate at that moment? Why did I want something sweet? And then sit with it and think, well, do I still need to have it? Now I've sort of processed it in my head. And actually it really, really helped, because it was just habit. It was just like, do you know what I mean? So, and also feeling in a way like beating myself up for the fact that I wasn't eating as healthily as I you know, and I was eating things that I know my body doesn't cope well with. So of course then that was having the knock-on effect of feeling much more tired and sluggish and you know, maybe sort of bloated, you know, having too much sugar. Just so yeah, so it's quite interesting, you know, and then it's like this pattern that goes round.
By the way that you just said bloating, and I, you know, the way with full moon, actually, you know, like now how we feel we do around the full moon, like, you know, like as well, it's been for the centuries known as the cycles, the women's cycles, you know, so our body becoming more round and fuller and like bloated and just a full moon, right? So now is the perfect time to detox.
Yeah.
And to let it go.
Yeah. And I think it's also a way of changing the way I talk to myself. So instead of me saying, oh, I'm not being very good with my eating, you know, it's like I'm being more mindful of what I'm eating now, you know. And as you guys know, when we first met, what, 2.5, 3 years ago, I had very short hair. And I'm now embracing my curls, but in the old days, if I got caught in the rain and it was like really curly, I'd be, I'm having a really bad hair day. Now I just call it a big hair day, you know. So I'm sort of changing that conversation with myself. So I look at myself in a more positive light rather than beating myself up or looking negatively at myself. And so hopefully that might help anyone watching or watches this on catch up.
And it happens more often than we think. The other day, a friend was just telling me, I feel different. Something is happening. I just don't want to go back to my office. I don't want to work in that environment. I want to quit. And she was asking me, am I crazy? Am I crazy? I loved that place. It gave me the security. It gave me the position. It gave me all that I have now. But I just don't want to go back. What's going on? Amazing. And so she was trying to decide, should I follow my heart, what my heart is saying? Should I keep with this because it's safe? It's, and so, yes, we were talking, and it's like, yeah, maybe sometimes we just need to, take that leap of faith and follow our heart. And it's hard to just take the first step to something that it's unknown.
Yeah, but so, I just wanted to say this is really interesting. Thank you. Because as I said, it's a culmination, right? So many people would feel like sudden changes within themselves, and that impulse, like, what, that's it. That's no longer workplace where I want to be.
Yeah.
And this is the passion within, like, I don't know, I want to dance, right now. I want to be, I don't know, yoga instructor or barista at the coffee, or I want to be like, I don't know, fitness trainer, whatever it is, that's the coming. But what I want to say to everyone and to advise, do not act on the impulse, because of the Aries. We want to, cut off right now, like burning all the bridges, the passionate, that's it, I'm going to go and I will do it. And later on, I'm going to regret. So it is going to almost, whatever is happening right now, accept, forgive, release, let go, and see what is coming for you. Be mindful, be very conscious, because of the Chiron as well on the background. It's right there, supporting to healing. You're gonna bring all the wounds and stinky, most painful memories, everything there for you to see, to accept, to heal and let it go. And universe is there for you always on your behalf, as you can release and let it go and, ask correct question, as we know, with Akashi, when you ask the questions, the correct questions, you're receiving correct information. When you're blindly going and you don't know what do you want or what do you need, right? Then you're going to be slapped left and right. So
yeah.
On this note, I seen Tracy does the card. She's ready to go.
Yes, two flew out, one landed on the floor. So I was just, while I was shuffling, I was just asking what messages do I need to bring forward to help people with the full moon energy and for the coming week. And the two that came out are, and these are from the Sacred Traveller deck from Denise Lynn. Answering the call, the time is now, and surrendering to the journey, release control.
Oh.
So I think that quite ties in, like for me, about the procrastinating and, you know, got all these ideas in my head and but not putting them out there. So this is just saying, just, you know, trust, walk through that door onto your new journey. And what's interesting, I don't know if you can see on that one, there's a stag through the gate. Now, I was going to bring an extra message today, which I'll still do, which is from my Louise Hay daily affirmations calendar. And it is now safe for me to release all of my childhood traumas and move into love. And we have another stag there. And I think it's known as the harvest full moon as well, isn't it? This full moon. So yeah, so my messages are just trust. You know, if you find that you've been procrastinating, just come out of your safe space, take that first step, and just don't worry too much about what's going to happen or when it might happen. Just allow it to happen. And don't try and control every single detail, because actually then you could miss out on the things you are meant to be doing because you're not allowing it to flow. You know, and with that image, it's like she's just standing there very content. She's got the lantern showing the way and she's heading towards the castle, you know, and she'll get there in the time that she's meant to get there. So that is my messages for this week. Take the first step and allow it to happen.
I've got a message that could maybe follow on. I've drawn from the Magic of the Unicorns from Diana Cooper, and the card that came out was number 7. Listen to your heart, awaken psychic abilities, tune into the infinite. And I think that's like listening to your heart is a really powerful message, because the heart always is, you know, guides you, and it's extremely powerful.
Yeah, that's beautiful images with that deck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And for people that don't have the deck, in the guidebook it actually gives ways you can work with that card. And you can what I tend to do when I draw a card from that deck, I'll record it as like a voice note on my phone and have some nice sort of music. I'll choose the right music to play with it, and then I can play it back rather than trying to do the visualization and having to keep looking the book. I record it and then I can use it, you know, and just relax into it. That's a lovely message, Beth.
We hope that helps you this week.
So number 7, I'm going to go ahead and follow. I've got lost and found. So this says, what was once lost is about to be found. Thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never realized were lost. So I think this is perfect, and it's got the moonlight there kind of illuminating what needs to be seen now, what has been hidden. So it's all coming out. There's a cup there with it's spilled. So I feel like this is about not crying over spilt milk, not dwelling on the things that we haven't kind of accomplished yet, that we put on a back burner or that we put on hold. Maybe it was just not the right timing, and now it's kind of saying it's a good time to start moving in that direction again. Like maybe you needed to learn something that could help you further yourself on your journey. So this says to call on her when you've misplaced something, either materially or spiritually. And it says, this very often appears in autumn and winter time. In autumn, animals often bury food ready to sustain themselves during the colder months. And seeing them do this could be a sign to stash away the things that will sustain you too during this period. This could be material things such as food and money. Remember, she's a very practical fairy, or you might stash away cherished memories inside your heart and tap into them whenever you need a spiritual boost. Yeah, so this is saying that whatever that you've kind of stashed away or hidden, it's coming up again. Like all the things that you've put your effort and energy into, maybe now is the time to start moving forward with those things. So I feel like a very spiritual with that's number 7 and all these like indigo and like crown chakra colors. So I feel like it's a good time to also spend time connecting with your spirit team and your spiritual self and your higher self. And yeah, that's my message for this week.
I'm going to follow because, you know, I've been tracking and I got this one. I'm using the Quantum Oracle from Sandra and Taylor, and I got intention, discovery. And see that here you can see he's panning for gold. And can you see this gold looks like a light? And I noticed Tracy had it, Beth had it, and Yunur had it. A little golden sparkle there on each card, the color. And you know, I was kind of like, what can it be? And yes, it might be the light when we are confused and we are trying to, the things that we're doing are not working as we planned them to do, and we feel stuck, and we forget that we can just try to look in what we have, and maybe there is something else we just overlooked. So I think what Noor said about, you know, lost and found, maybe what you need to try to go on is something that you used to do, that you forgot about it, and it's time to bring it back to the light. So I think for these 2 weeks might be for you to begin and like dig. What are the things that you used to do that brought you, or that brought you joy, that were working, but maybe you stopped them? Maybe some things began to work, but now they stopped. Or maybe someone else is going to come with an invitation for you to begin another project. So pay attention to that. Set your intentions and try to follow the light. Try to follow the gold. The gold might be there. We just have to, you know, be patient and clean it up and find it. So that's the message for these 2 weeks.
Lovely, Diana.
Thank you. Well, the cherry on the top, card number 35, it's called Home from the Inner Seagull. What was the name of it? Yeah, so healing yourself. Why? Obviously because of the Chiron, I was drawn to this deck. And home, I will call that home as a childhood, right? The childhood where we grew up. So look at this. She's sitting, well, you can't really see, but it looks like she's sitting on, you know, on the moonlight. So it reflects on her dress. And there is the candle, the gold, and she holds to the piece of paper with the pendant. And I kind of, it's either the emerald or malachite, that green, the healing energy of the green light. So you might be supporting yourself for the next 2 weeks as a side message for your healing journey, or even the aventurine, which helps greatly with your nervous system. So this card, it honors your wounds of your inner child, of your childhood. You can see now where do you project in a daily basis the situations where you've been suppressed, as in the childhood, like you're repeating those patterns, you're replaying those motives, but with obviously different people, in maybe different scenarios, but it's the same thing. What is calling your attention, calling even just maybe crying out, it's better to stop. Did you release those emotions? Just see it, feel the feeling, release it. You might even ask for help with, and to do the constellation. You might heard of where you can play with other people and having a dialogue to your parent. Maybe not, if you feel it's too much, to talk to a friend, or you might write this down. Maybe the untold, maybe the aha moments will come to you like, oh, and so I've been acting or procrastinating, or I've been reacting on the same situation, or because, and then you will find the relation for you. So from the childhood, right, that suppressed emotion, which was crying. And so uncover the layers. And maybe, your childhood was brilliant and wonderful, and everything, it just was the luck of everything. But you're lacking for the house. Maybe just go and visit your parents. Just get that extra love, who wants to give a hug and just to feel nourished again and nourish your soul, even if you don't have the loved ones next to you. Feel and be nourished. So as I said, with the full moon, in the Aries, it's most of the time, I would say 90%, whenever you want to react, and where is that boiling point within you, this is the triggering point, the ticking bomb inside, which is actually want to explode the suppressed emotions and to say, enough, it's enough. I'm going to take my power away, from that parent, who is actually now playing as a parent, or that father figure, or, mother figure, whatever it is. And it's a wonderful, as I said, journaling, burn it, to the little ritual, since the full moon in Aries, it's, the war, the goddess represent red, the color red. So do the red candle, write it in soul down, and burn. That's my favorite thing to do, that little ritual. Go burn, dig it this, give it well, as a planetaries, all the planets right now, it's in this such beautiful positions, all unique positions and everything, so no coincidental, right? So the Pluto right there is to help, and the Pluto, it's underworld. So it's a wonderful time just to go write down, burn it, and just give it to the Mother Earth, bring it to under the world and transform. To under the world, it's our subconsciousness, right? It's like, so help you to transform that and move it on. And please, the sudden changes is not going to be like, okay, next day I woke up. I mean, if it's do it, just please comment, you're that unique. You're the unique one. You can just please let us know how this sudden revelation, or you just feel totally healed. I'm not saying it's not impossible, but please do comment. I would love to know that. But yes, so
yeah, so
allow it.
lovely messages. And what I noticed as well was the colour of your lady's dress was that sort of indigo colour again, that was a bit like your card, the colours, and obviously the
all of that.
on mine. I can't remember what colour Beth's card was. That's got a bit of everything in, hasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm noticing
It's not
tonight,
indigo. Yeah.
we're all wearing similar colours, and that indigo and pink's popular colour tonight.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Diana, Lydia, and Tracy are all wearing purple.
Yeah. I'm trying to read Nor's is it Speak
The
with
teacher,
Love?
Speak
Yeah.
with love.
Speak
It's
with
back
Love.
That's it.
Oh, nice.
It's very, it just speak with love. The
Yeah.
theme for the next 2 weeks as minimum, I would say speak with love till the end of this year.
Oh my
With
goodness.
love, with light, and yes, how can I, just print it is for you and put it on the phone as affirmation. Speak with love. Love it. Yes.
I'm wondering, do you know what cycles are ending up for you with this full moon? Do you have any like because I think I got one, and it was interesting to say, oh yeah, this is kind of ending and I'm okay with it. So it's a no for me. So I'm wondering, how about you? Do you have like relationship that is ending, a job that is ending, a project that is ending, anything that is ending? Do you know?
I feel like for me it's probably patterns, not anything huge, like outside of self. It's more internal. So yeah, I know what I'm letting, or what I'm rebirthing. I want to say it that way. Because there's going to be like a Scorpio eclipse, and it's all about rebirthing. So I was lucky enough to be chosen in Crystal B's astro forecast. So she said, she confirmed that it was like a big rebirth for me. So
Oh yeah, by the birthday. Hey.
Yeah.
So North.
Me and you, Diana, we're gonna be rebirthing ourselves this year.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're only a couple of days apart, aren't you, on your birthdays?
I'm 27, Diana's 29. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And yes, I'm 29 too.
Yeah, me too.
If you're curious.
Yeah, well, definitely. That's it's not like a villain, eclipse coming, but yeah, it's definitely, there is a lot of wonderful, beautiful spiritual stars who does shine and who really supporting us and out there. So definitely, don't, as I said, whatever you project out there, mind. This is also like, Aries, Libra, position, just it's all cardinal sign. So there is air, right? Don't stuck in with your intellect too much, with the thoughts and kicking that in, but just, then now I see lots of people turning to spirituality for the answers, a lot of people waking up from the thousands
slumber. Yeah.
Yes. And the thing is very interesting. There is a lot of, that like in Kali Yoga's cycles, there is, the cycle lasts for 24,000 years. So when we are, obviously we're not finished that cycle, we need another couple of thousand of years to be fully, transformed. But as as to see, like, golden age, we knew how to access all our powers, how to do, I don't know, to get technology, how to have like electricity, and how to be, fully, I don't know, using our mind, like Atlantis, right? So they were very technologically advanced civilization, just to take it that, but there was a lot because of the constant was with the mind. So we are really transforming, and it's, an evolution, and everyone said, yes, I want to be here on the planet Earth right now, right here. And who does not want to? They just literally checking out. They're transforming, and they deciding, okay, for my soul will be beneficial other ways. So yeah, let's be calmly with the storm and keeping the equilibrium.
Now, in the chat, I've been saying about putting names in to win a free reading, and we have got Elizabeth, and she's the only one that's put her name in, and she's actually an Aries as well. So I've just asked her if she has a question that she wants us to draw cards for.
Very interesting with Aries.
And while we're just waiting for her to put her question in, I was updating my diary before we did the live, and I noticed for the new moon eclipse in Scorpio in a couple of weeks, it's actually in, I think it's my 9th house and my 12th house for my sun and my rising, and both of them in Yasmin Boland's Moonology diary mention it's about spirituality. So I thought that was quite funny that both my houses that it's in. Yeah.
The 9th house, it's a higher knowledge, and 12th house, it's a past lives as well, but it's very spiritual. It's like a closet which you in the past life just closed the doors for something. So it's different transformation there will be.
Okay, so Elizabeth has asked just cards for what does she need to know for this week.
I have my card. So this is music. And it says, listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. So the fairies want you to know to pay attention to what you're listening to and make sure it's uplifting and doesn't have any kind of negative words in it, which sometimes they put like a really nice beat to some not so nice words, and everybody's singing the songs and we don't know what we're doing. We're putting that out into the universe. So pay attention to the music that you're listening to. And I see lots of dancing and maybe having a good time with friends. I see some other fairies back there. So maybe put some music on, dance with a couple of friends, and have a good time.
Okay, I've got, when talking about listening, I've drawn one from The Power of Surrender, and it's surrender to the wisdom of your body. The message says, listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you're energized and happy, move forward. So that's like really tuning into what your body's telling you, and your body knows. And hope that helps you this week.
Nice. Well, I have 2 cards. They jumped out, and it's number 30 and number 20. So the first one is a throat chakra. So I speak my truth and encourage others to speak theirs. So communicate your truth, speak it up, but do that with compassion, right? It's not like we can speak our truth, especially with the full moon in Aries, and being Aries yourself can come across in a very basically explosive way, right? An emotional way. So yes, it's very important to speak up your truth. And when you open up your throat chakra, as we all know, with your crown chakra, you're opening it further, and the throat chakra, everything comes, to the heart. So you're communicating your truth with yourself first, and in most loving way, and you're speaking your truth with others. And another one is reach for your dreams. Reach for your dreams. And it's really beautiful card. So it has said, I am the creator of my own dreams, and I achieve them with confidence. And believe and reach to them, because this is so beautiful. If you can see, it's lots of sparkles right there, and she's reaching out for the dreams. And whatever you believe, whatever you put in the seeds right there, activate, just believe, and universe will bring it to you this week, whatever it is. And there is as well, something is really growing for you right there. Something comes to fruition, and right there for you to sow the seeds. That's it.
On the left.
Yeah, I have the unicorns. So when Noor mentioned the fairies, I was like, yeah, a message from the fairies and a message from the unicorns. Cosmic diamond, spread hope and joy, illuminate the world. And it has so many sparkles, and look at the color, it's so beautiful. See that horse is happy, is running, spreading joy, spreading happiness. The only way to spread happiness is to have it within, right? You just cannot pretend that you're happy, because everybody will feel it, will sense it. So that means that it begins with you. So how is it that you are cultivating that joy? How is it that you are cultivating that happiness, that you can just build so much that you can spread and share it with the rest? So take good care of yourself and your soul, so we can get a little bit of this beautiful horse. And the flower there is a beautiful flower there. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful card.
Yeah, Elizabeth says that's a lovely card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I noticed that's number 30 as well, and you did
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
Lydia as well.
Yeah, lots of creative energy.
Yeah,
and also, also masculine as well, isn't it? The 30, the creation is coming. So in the manifestation. It's really beautiful. Oh.
I have an extra message. I'll go after you.
Yeah, shall I do mine? So Elizabeth, I've used this deck. It's called the Animal Allies and Gemstone Guardian Cards by Margaret Ann Lembo. So it's 2 cards in one, because there's an animal one side and a crystal on the other side. So the animal part is snake. And I should just read what it says. It is safe for me to feel my feelings. Feelings of anger, sorrow, and grief will pass as I release them from my body. It is easy for me to transform and transmute challenging life situations. Spiritual initiations have taught me and improved me. A new cycle offers new and happy promise. And the crystal that comes with it, Elizabeth says she loves animals, is black obsidian arrowhead. And that's interesting because I have a black obsidian arrowhead, which I use to work with clients when I'm doing cord cutting with them. So it's time to is it time to transform a challenging situation? Do you need to shed layers of emotions and disappointment? Are you completing a chapter of your life? It's time to finalize releasing that which is old and worn. Let go of the past and open your heart and mind to start new. Your heart and mind to start new. New opportunities are before you. Be open and embrace new beginnings. So what might be helpful to you, especially say as we're literally just probably about an hour or so away from the moon being its fullest, is like we were talking about earlier, is maybe writing a list and then burning it safely and then returning those ashes to the ground so they can go and be turned into loving, nurturing energy. You know, so if there's someone or a situation, what I get clients to do is imagine that arrowhead and to sit and imagine if there's any cords going between them and the person, or if it's a situation, you can maybe imagine someone that is involved in that situation to show it, and see if you can feel any cords between you, and then see yourself holding on to the arrowhead and cutting through all of the cords, and then bringing your energy back to yourself, and then wrapping yourself in a green blanket of healing from Archangel Raphael, and sending loving healing energy to the person or the situation as well. So it always comes from a place of love, not from anger. So yes, so that is the obsidian arrowhead. So I hope that is helpful for you. It'd be interesting to see what Noel's extra message is.
It's just about the music. The card that I got, it's just, sometimes I do this. So if you have like your playlist on your Apple or Spotify or whatever you listen to, just put it on shuffle and ask like, what do I most need to know today? And choose a song and see what the message is in that song. So try that and let us know what comes up for you. Yeah, I really like the messages that I get. Yeah.
We should all do that and see what we got.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it's really uplifting, and I'm agree. You have to be mindful to what you're listening, because there is the energy.
Yeah. Yes.
And the music vibrations. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's everybody. You get you do it, and then we can make a little message and post it during the week and see what we get.
Yeah, watching out for our playlist. We're going to share the vibrations.
Yeah, because obviously at the moment we're on YouTube, but we do have an Instagram channel of the same name, Infinite Soul Stars. We did used to go live on both, but it only supports 4 people going live. So we're looking at, when we've got time, page so that we can go live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. But we post lots of content. So if you're on Instagram, if you give us a follow and say hello, we'd love to hear from you. And yeah, we sort of try and share cards and affirmations and useful info on there through the week. Yeah, but obviously we can't do that on YouTube.
Yeah, so stay tuned and have an amazing next 2 weeks. For the roughly we're meeting up around eclipse.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, in 2 weeks. Can you believe that? Yeah, it's just here. It's right here.
It's just before Diana and Noel's birthdays, isn't it? So it shouldn't clash unless they're celebrating on the weekend.
No, I don't think so. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
No, it's before.
Look at
It's
it.
before.
It is okay. I haven't looked at the calendar. All right.
Yeah, because it's the 9th today, isn't it? So it will be the 23rd.
Will be good.
So yeah.
just right before the
Right
girl
before it,
getting
yeah.
young. Another year young.
Right before the clock starts rewinding, right?
Yeah.
It's going back in time.
Yeah.
I love it, and it's your solar return, and you need the Castor chart of your solar return as well. Just really fascinating the astrological influences on the year ahead.
Yeah. You're welcome, Elizabeth. She says, "Thank you, lovely ladies."
Oh,
Oh,
you're
if-
welcome.
If you happen to come across this, if it appears on your feed and you haven't seen us before and you like what we do, we'd love it if you can subscribe and hit the notification bell, and then you won't miss us when we do our next live.
where we're sharing the love and light and wisdom of infinite soul stars. And thank you everyone who's joining us, and have amazing 2 weeks. Remember, keep it calm. You're a warrior. Lots of love.
Lots of
Bye.
love.